Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. My name is TimProVision. Today I'm going to give you guys my recommendations on which legends you should be unlocking first in Apex Legends. Over the past year and a half, we have had 7 new legends to unlock on top of the 2 that were launched with the game, for a total of 9 new legends to choose from or unlock first or next. For us that have been playing the game since launch, unlocking new legends has not been an issue at all. For you returnees or new players though, it can take a little time to get those tokens to unlock legends. We are going to try and give you as much information to make a good decision when it does come to unlock your first or next legends. We are going to briefly give you some info on the playstyles of each legend as we go through my list of who I would unlock first if I was in your shoes. I also base my decisions on the overall usefulness for beginners or less experienced players and the overall enjoyment that I have with each of these legends. If you like this video, or if you just want to support me, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for lots more Apex Legends gameplay guides that are on the way. We're going to start off with my least recommended legend, and that number 9 that is currently Rampart. It pains me to put her here because I actually do enjoy her overall character, lore, and type of play. However, she just isn't the most useful for pubs or ranked in Apex Legends, and there's much better choices than Rampart. She is more of a defensive type player, but again, she can be used offensively and is a fair choice when playing ranked. The main gist of her abilities is that you can put down barriers for cover, and her ultimate is a minigun, which does pretty good damage, but it is hard to hit enemies with. However, I don't think she is a good starter legend because you really should be more concerned about learning how to be more mobile as a beginner, and I overall think that she is kind of mediocre right now. We should be getting a buff for Rampart in the near future, so stay tuned for that. Next up at number 8 on my legends to unlock is actually a legend that is A tier but requires a deep knowledge of the game to perfect, and that is Crypto. Crypto is honestly one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult legend in the game to get down and be effective with. On top of this, he also requires you to have a good amount of knowledge of the other legends in the game. The general theme with Crypto is being effective with his drone and learning how to use the drone to push, support, and get recon for yourself and your team. I can't recommend Crypto also for the fact that a beginner, in my opinion, should still be practicing movement and pushing enemies. This can be done with Crypto, but it is very difficult to accomplish. However, if you are going to be playing more chill and relaxing games with friends, Crypto could be a great support option and honestly is pretty fun once you do get to know him. If you want a challenge, then definitely Crypto is for you. Speaking of challenging legends to learn, Mirage is number 7 on my list. Mirage also requires a fair amount of skill to be effective with, and even then, an experienced Apex player will almost always be able to weed out the decoys from a Mirage. Mirage's playstyle is all about deception, which does make him a completely unique legend that is one of a kind and very satisfying when you do get those bamboozles. Mirage requires very fine movements and for the user to be actively thinking about how to deceive the enemies. Because of this, again, it requires Mirage to be well aware of who they are up against, which can be hard for a new or returning player. If you do like the deceptive type of gameplay, then definitely give Mirage a try. We have a guide on Mirage on this channel, and I would encourage you to go check that out if you want to give Mirage a try. We are now starting to get into legends that I actively play on a daily basis. However, this next legend is a little bit lower on my list because I do think he has one specific requirement, and this next legend is Revenant. Revenant is very fun to play if you are with a squad that can utilize his abilities. His main abilities are silencing enemies, and his ultimate allows you to push people without fear of dying. Revenant is all about being aggressive, so this is something to keep in mind if you are going to pick him up as your next legend. His abilities, in my opinion, really take a coordinated squad to be effective. Again, I don't really recommend Revenant if you are going to be playing solo or with randoms because it's going to be hard to coordinate, like I said. This is the sole reason why he is so low on my list. There's nothing wrong with Revenant, and he is a solid choice in Apex. If you want more on Revenant, we do have a guide on him on the channel that goes way more in depth on everything about him. In the middle of the pack, we have a legend who honestly isn't that great for team play, but is still a blast to play as, and that is Octane. If you like running, pushing, and being a little bit silly and trolling some enemies, then Octane is definitely for you. In a lot of ways, I can see Octane as a meme type of character who will give you a good laugh and doesn't take the game too seriously. His moveset is fair. He has a stim that boosts his speed, a jump pad for his ultimate, and a passive that lets his health regenerate over time. There's really no negatives to his moves, even though they aren't the most powerful moveset out there. There isn't anything special about Octane, but I still like using him, and I do recommend him because he is very easy to play and his moves are quite natural. I love Octane. I suggest giving him a try. Now we are in the top half of my list, and I can't believe it, but I am recommending Loba at number 4. Loba has come a long way since her launch during Season 5, and she is one of the best support legends for you and your team. If you are playing with a squad, then they will forever be in your debt for you as playing as a Loba. One of our most recent guides on Loba explains this more in depth, but she has a teleport, a market that lets you loot in an area, and you're able to see epic and legendary loot through walls. Loba is the best for keeping you and your team in the action, making looting faster and easier than ever. I recommend her because honestly she is great for a less experienced player looking to make a big impact in your team's overall movement and getting into more action. It's time for the top 3. We are now recommending Wattson. And I put Wattson this on my list for one specific reason, and that is because she is one of the best legends out there for ranked play, and there's not too many people that really pick her up, and this is why I wanted to recommend her. Her moveset allows her to put down fences that can block off areas of the map, and her ultimate is a tower that will stop grenades and other projectiles from entering this area, such as other Bangalore's or Gibraltar's ultimates. If you are going to be playing ranked Apex and are jumping full-fledged into ranked from the start, especially if you have a team, then I recommend picking up this fence placing legend Wattson. However, if you are going to be playing more casual and not sweating out in ranked as much, then I do recommend you look past Wattson for another legend, because while she is great in ranked, in general pub games it's more about pushing, and Wattson's moveset really isn't the greatest for this. Now for our top 2 legends I recommend picking up. At number 2 we have Horizon, and at number 1 we have Caustic. Starting off with our number 2 Horizon, the latest addition to the game as well. There's not too much more I can say about her. We have lots of videos on the channel on her, including a guide and some tips videos. Horizon is one of the first legends to launch that actually has a crazy good moveset and is easy to pick up. She's all about being mobile and getting to those hard to reach places. Her tactical is a gravity lift, which is superb, and her ultimate is a black hole that will suck players in. Overall, she is quite amazing for being really aggressive and is definitely my top recommendation if you want to be pushing squads. And our number 1 is Caustic. Caustic is great for being aggressive, but also has some more utility for his team than Horizon does in my opinion. On top of this, he is also superb at rank due to his ability to keep enemies away from pushing you in an area. Caustic is an all-around solid choice in Apex Legends and still often chosen by many players. Caustic's main moveset is a gas trap that can shut down areas of the map. When it's triggered, it will slow down enemies and damage them. His ultimate is a gas grenade that has a great area and again can shut down enemies, slow them down, and hurt them. I chose Caustic as my top pick for the main reason of being an all-around solid player for pubs, ranked, pushing, and being passive. All this really adds up to making him an all-around great choice. There's really nothing bad about Caustic. There's honestly almost no other legend out there that can hold up areas of the map while injuring people all at the same time. Caustic can do it all, and this is why he is my number 1 choice for the first legend that you should be unlocking in Apex Legends. Of course, again, guys, this is all my opinion, and what you want to pick should be what you want to pick. Hopefully this guide helped you make a little bit better decision. There's a lot of great legends out there. Honestly, almost all the legends in the game are viable, so don't be afraid to pick up any of them. And of course, you'll be able to unlock more legends down the road. It really doesn't take too much to unlock these legends. Guys, again, if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more guides that are on the way. I really appreciate your support lately. It has been absolutely insane. You've been killing it. Stop by one of my Twitch streams if you have any questions on any of these legends, or stop into the community Discord. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Peace out.